Hey there, my name is Victory and welcome to The Beautiful Black Girl. So if you're new to this channel, it's mainly going to be focusing on nails, and once in a while I'll have a few hair posts. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the things I think you should know before you do stick-on nails. In my first video I did how to for stick-on nails, how to do them by yourself. My second video was about how to remove them. So in this third video I'm going to be telling you guys the things you need to consider before you do them, or the things you need to be wary of or careful about. So the first thing is you need to do them at a point when you have a lot of time on your hands. Now what do I mean by this? I mean, if you have school or you're working or you're doing an internship, it's better to do the nails at a point where you're not busy with those kind of things. If you do a lot of things like typing or maybe manual work, like for, let's say, if you're doing engineering or something, or a lot of writing, then it's gonna give you a lot of problems. It's going to be a bit problematic for you to adjust to both the nails and do your work at the same time. So what I recommend is doing it maybe when you're on leave from work, or when maybe you're off from school for a while, or maybe you wait until maybe you're done with your internship. But if you think you want to do this maybe during the time when you're working and you're in school, I think the best time to do it would be maybe over the weekend. So you get home on Friday, you do your nails. Saturday and Sunday you just go about your stuff, and then you see whether you'll be able to manage or you won't be able, so that if it's too difficult, Sunday maybe afternoon or at night you can take them off, so that the next day you're ready for work and you don't have any problem. Yeah, so that's the first thing, time. So the second thing is when you're holding or you're grabbing stuff. Now when you have these short nails, you're used to just holding stuff, and when you do this, nothing is giving you resistance here. But now when the nails are long, you hold something and you're pushing against the nails. A good example is like when you're wearing leggings or tight jeans or tight pants, that kind of thing. You need to hold them and pull them up. But you see, with this nails you can't do that, because you can't just grab things anyhow. So for me, what I do is, instead of trying to hold and pull, I pinch the waistband and then pull it up. It's kind of tricky the first time, but when you get used to it, it's not really that bad. So you just pinch exactly the way I'm doing it. Like you put the waistband here in the middle, and then you pinch, and then you hold both sides, pull it up. Or in the beginning it might be a bit difficult, but with time you just get used to it, so it doesn't really give you any problem. The third thing is fire. This sounds kind of scary, but it's not really as bad as you might think. So usually most of us, I assume, use gas. Some of us use gas lighters, some of us use normal lighters, and some of us use matches. When you're using matches, sometimes you light the match before you turn on the gas. So before you even manage to turn it on, the matchstick is lit, and then the nozzle maybe is too tightly wound, so you can't move it fast enough. So all this time when you're trying to open it, the matchstick is in your hand and the fire is coming closer towards you. So all this time the fire is coming this way. You have long nails, and this one, obviously the way you're holding it, this one is protruding, is like, I can't find the word, I'm just going to go with protruding. It's protruding, and these others are down here. So you're holding the matchstick, the flame keeps coming towards your nail. When it gets to the nail itself, it's going to start melting off, because these nails are plastic. So if the flame gets to it, it will melt off, and then your nail will become deformed, because of course it's not melting in a perfect shape. So it's going to start becoming deformed, and then you're going to have to do it again, and no one wants to start doing that. If it's easier, just get a gas lighter. Sometimes lighters can also be tricky when you have nails, so I'd say the best thing is to get a gas lighter if you can. So yeah, that's the third thing you need to be careful about, fire. The fourth thing I'm going to talk about is when you're cutting stuff. Now by cutting stuff, I mean mainly like when you're doing preparations for cooking and you need to cut like vegetables and that kind of stuff. You need to be careful because of the different way you're now holding things. When your nails are short, you hold stuff like this, but when you're using a chopping board, you can't do that anymore because your nails will now be pushing against the chopping board and you won't be able to hold stuff nicely. So you'll find yourself holding sideways and then your nails will be out like this, exactly how my hand is positioned right now. Your nails will be out like that. So when you start cutting, you're going to be cutting, and then now because you're used to having short nails, you might forget that you're getting closer to your hand, because ideally where you'd stop cutting is not where you stop cutting now, because that space has been replaced by the length of the nails. So if you forget to be careful about it, you'll end up cutting, especially the index finger. It's called index finger. Especially this index finger, you'll end up cutting through it. Now you'll have a nail that's been sliced through. So anything you get your hand close to will get snag in the nail, or rather it'll like get stuck between that space where you cut, and then it'll keep tagging at things. But to get rid of that, you'll have to remove it and do it afresh. No one wants that. So that's the fourth thing, cutting. So yeah, these are the four things I think you need to be wary of if you've never done stick-on nails before. If you've done them before but this has never happened to you, you might want to start being careful about it because it might end up happening. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps, and if you're new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, or if you're not new and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe, and also like, share and comment. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything else you might like to add, you can add them in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe. I'll always remind you to subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend.